Just letting you guys know you can listen to my No Bleeps podcast anywhere you stream podcasts or on my No Bleeps YouTube channel. Link in the description. Hey guys, it's Spilly and welcome back to Spill Sesh. Today we're doing a weekly Teacap and we are talking about Logan Paul going off on Jimmy Kimmel, a Trisha Skin update, and the fact that Tana Mojo and Trisha Paytas seem to have some beef now. Now, before we get into anything, I want to let you guys know that today's video is sponsored by HelloFresh. I got the veggie box this time. In it was spaghetti with Brussels sprouts and lemon parm, a Middle Eastern chickpea bowl, and these Southwest stuffed zucchini boats, which is what I decided to make this night. The packaging that HelloFresh uses to ship your food is almost entirely made from recyclable and or already recycled content. All the ingredients are already pre-portioned, so that means less prep for you and less food waste. Their carbon footprint is 25% lower than that of meals made from store-bought groceries, and they offer so many recipes that you can choose from. They have more 5-star recipes than any other meal kit, so you know you're gonna get something delicious every single time. I genuinely love them so much. I'm sure you guys have heard of them before. I have been ordering from them over the last couple years, and honestly, it really does take the stress out of cooking. HelloFresh really caters to different lifestyles. They have low carb boxes. They have so many options, from low cal carb smart options, vegetarian, pescatarian options every single week. Plus every recipe is packed with fresh produce sourced directly from farmers. And right now it's back to school time. So literally anybody that has kids or has a busy schedule, you definitely need to incorporate HelloFresh into your life because they have quick meal options like 20-minute dinners or oven ready pizzas. If you have a bigger family, you can increase your HelloFresh box size so you can easily use leftovers for kid lunches or adult lunches. And HelloFresh's market has tasty extras you can add on for on-the-go things like sandwiches, fruits, and snacks. They also offer things like egg bites for busy mornings. They have salad kits for quick lunches, literally anything that you need to make your life so much easier. And look at how these zucchini boats turned out, you guys. This was so good. I ate it the next day for lunch. I love being able to make multiple meals out of this. So go to HelloFresh.com and use my code SPILLSESH14 to get 14 free meals plus free shipping. You guys will not regret simplifying your life in this way. So once again, go to HelloFresh.com, use my code SPILLSESH14, and you get 14 free meals plus free shipping. Now let's get into the tea. So first off, you guys, let's talk about Logan Paul and Jimmy Kimmel. This one definitely caught me off guard and was quite random, but Logan was talking about this on a podcast episode where basically Jimmy Kimmel threw massive shade at Logan Paul, and he basically said that Logan and Donald Trump are the worst people on earth. And Logan took major offense to this, not just because he was named the worst person on earth or one of the worst people on earth. It was because he's actually been a guest on Jimmy Kimmel and he felt personally slighted by this. He was like, what the heck? How are you gonna buddy with me? Have me on your show, talk to me all friendly, and then a year later you're gonna totally trash me and say I'm the worst person ever? So Logan did not like this at all, clearly.
I'm upset with Jimmy Kimmel for real. He went on his show recently and he made a joke. He said me and Donald Trump are the worst people on earth. Honestly, Jimmy, you, bro. How are you about to invite me on a show and have like a cordial, friendly, familial relationship, and then a year and a half later, when, by the way, I'm doing well,
I'm not with this guy, Jimmy, just for, you can invite me on.
You, Jimmy Kimmel. You.
Definitely, probably not the best joke. I definitely think that Logan has come a long way in his career to maybe not be the worst person on earth. I mean, saying him and Donald Trump, that's pretty big. I think there's other worse people on the internet than Logan Paul that he could have named. But anyways, that's what Logan had to say about that. Let's move on to Trisha Skin. I know we've been talking a lot about Trisha, but this kind of has to just do with Trisha's company and not about any of the drama that Trisha has gone in, unless it does. But basically, if you know, a couple of months ago, Trisha announced that they were coming out with Trisha Skin, a skincare elixir. They partnered up with this woman who owns her own business, and they created this formula together, and Trisha was advertising a ton out of this little box set that she was selling, and it was quite expensive. people were saying that the ingredients looked good, but then there were kind of a lot of buzz around the situation where people were saying they weren't liking the product. But honestly, you guys, worry not. It's not being sold anymore. Yeah, I don't know what happened, if this was just a limited run or what, if the woman didn't want to work with Trisha anymore, because it's no longer on the website. You literally can't go on the website and purchase this anymore. Trisha still has all of their commercials up for this. I mean, Trisha was literally promoting it, saying that this product alone saved their skin. Nothing about chemical peels or anything like that. Trisha just said that this product alone saved their skin, even though a ton of people have been saying that Trisha was doing a lot of chemical peels and going to facialists along with using their own skincare products. So for them to market this product to everybody else as if they hadn't done those things was not really truthful. But yeah, you can't buy it on the website anymore. There's no detail as to what exactly happened. But yeah, I mean, I noticed it the other day and a lot of people are just like, alright, guess no Trisha Skin, darn it. But anyways, let's move on to what's going on with Tana Mojo. This one is quite interesting because I thought that Tana and Trisha were on really good terms because, I mean, it was just recent that Trisha was on Tana's podcast and was Tana's first guest on their canceled podcast. And Tana was so excited to have Trish on, and Trisha was so excited to be there, saying that they could finally actually sit down and talk about all the things that they've always wanted to discuss. Everybody always thought that there was beef between them because of David's vlogs and the fact that David was always making jokes about Tana with Jason and Trisha, and then those jokes really hurt Trisha's feelings and ended up being one of the sole reasons why Trisha and Jason broke up. And Trisha had this hatred for David because he kept pushing jokes that made Trisha uncomfortable about Tana, and so people just always thought that Tana and Trisha did not get along. But in this episode, Trisha made it very clear that they never had anything against Tana specifically. It was literally just the fact that Jason and David were making these jokes that they didn't like, but not Tana. So on this episode, they really deep dived into, each other's past. They talked about Jordan, who they both shared as a manager at one point in time. They kind of threw shade at him. They also talked about Shane, and Trisha was talking to Tana about how none of the stuff that went down between Shane and Tana was ever her fault, saying that those old videos that Tana participated in, nobody should ever blame Tana for being in those videos. They were just so gross and super inappropriate, and Tana should have never had to be in those types of situations. And then they moved on to bond over the fact that they both do not like Gabby Tana, and they both talked a lot about her, talked about Escape the Night, because Escape the Night was a pretty big topic at the time when Trisha was on Tana's podcast. That drama had kind of just passed, so everybody was talking about the fact that Gabby was a nightmare to work with on Escape the Night, and Tana and Trisha just really bonded over their dislike of her. And it has now become very clear that there's something going on between Trisha and Tana because Tana deleted the episode. Tana deleted the second episode of their podcast. It is no longer there, and people have some questions because Tana also unfollowed Trisha Paytas on social media. It is the weirdest, most random situation, but I do think it has to do with Trisha deleting like billions of views from their channel and thousands of videos because maybe Trisha just really didn't want content out there of them talking bad about other people, because Trisha has been saying that part of this new change that they want to do for themselves and their image and their career ever since the most recent drama between them and Ethan, and people finding out that Trisha told a story with some incorrect details on Frenemies episodes. So I really do feel like Trisha is like, we gotta take that video down because I talked about so many people and I don't want to be talking about people on the internet anymore, at least not negatively. And so I think maybe Trisha reached out to Tana and wanted the episode down, and maybe Tana had contractual obligations to keep the episode up, because when you work with brands, you sign a contract and most of the time they tell you you have to keep a video up for a certain amount of time, like so many months, or maybe it's a whole year. And if Tana had to take the episode down and that episode was sponsored, I'm sure that's contractually a little complicated, and maybe something happened where Tana got into an argument with Trisha, or something happened drama-wise, and then Tana unfollowed Trisha because of all the complicated mess that had to ensue if she wanted the episode down. That's my best guess, but obviously it could be way wrong. That's the only thing that seems logical to me, because it is just so random for Tana to take the episode down and unfollow Trisha. I'm definitely curious to know what you guys think about this entire situation. Let me know in the comments down below. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.